Hello, my name is Marie Kocay. I'm the head of Language and Literature Department for MYP and DP, and I teach grade 10, 11, and 12 Language and Literature, and this is my 4th year at ISNS. For entering Language and Literature DP, we have a whole language policy in place, and so we would just follow that. So in essence, students need to be in grade 10 Language and Literature to be able to do the DP Language and Literature. And that's just to make sure that they have a year of the nuanced practice of analyzing literature really explicitly so that they can then succeed in the DP course. And then a typical unit in DP, we focus a lot on different text types and analyzing the nuance of those different text types. And so most units in DP focus on a text of some form, either a full novel or a play or a graphic novel like this one. And we are looking at the specifically author's purpose through very specific and nuanced language use. Because we're more of a skill-based, especially thinking-based course, we've spent a lot of time scaffolding and vertically aligning the skills needed through the MYP so that when they get to this DP, they are able to succeed. So for example, one of our main skills is analysis. And so in grade 6, we start with reading a text, usually a novel, and really focusing on deep understanding of the plot and the characters and the context is more than just a fun story to read. And then in grade 7, we build on that with inferencing. So taking that deeper understanding of the text and combining it with students' background knowledge to gain even deeper understanding of why it is the way it is in this text. And then in 8th grade, they're analyzing more explicitly theme, which is the meaning or the moral of the text and what is the lesson that we can learn from it. And then by 9th grade, they're building again and they're analyzing more the author's purpose. So why does the author want to tell us this? Why is this something they care about and how are they telling us this? And so then by the time they're in grade 10, which is that crucial year before the DP course, they're focusing more on evaluating specific elements of language in the text to prove the author's purpose. And that by grade 10, working on that evaluation of language and author's purpose, they're able to then do the DP course and succeed. So they're both courses of the same language, but they are focused on very different elements of the language. So language acquisition is focused on developing proficiency in the language through their 4 main criteria are the communication elements, so speaking, listening, reading, and writing, and everything is focused on that. Whereas we focus on different texts, either written or verbal or visual, and how we deconstruct the language for why is it used in this way, how is it being used, what's the purpose of this. And so it's a different focus of the same language. They're on the same level, they both have the same respect, they're just different. One is not better than the other. It really depends on where your student and your child is. If they are needing to develop more proficiency in the language, then acquisition is the course that would suit them better because that is the skill and that they need to develop. Whereas if they have already reached an element of proficiency and are looking to develop thinking skills, then literature might be the course for them. However, that said, if a student is not looking to develop the analysis of language skill that we focus on, well then it's not a useful course for them. And so language acquisition might be more beneficial in developing that nuanced communication and understanding of language that might be more beneficial to them in like a science degree. So they're different functions and it depends on what the student wants to do with their life. I always say the biggest element that someone can do in learning a language or developing their language more is read. Read as much as you are able to. Read whatever is interesting to you. It's just the exposure to different ideas, different perspectives, different language use, and that is something that's so important for understanding the world and developing our own language skills.